Hey, Miles here, milesbeckler.com. In this video, you're gonna learn the high ticket advantage. You're gonna learn exactly how and why high ticket products will help you achieve your income goals more quickly. We're gonna look at the data. We're gonna look at actual hard numbers based on earning 10 grand a month and also the numbers around earning $1 million per year. We're gonna look at 3 different price points of products so you can see how going towards the high ticket side will actually speed up the process and kind of makes your life a little bit easier in order to achieve your financial goals, whether you're wanting $1 million a year business or a 10 grand a month cash flow. We're going to look at the exact numbers that make all of that work here. I do need to say in this moment that the goal is not to make you feel like you have permission to simply charge more for what you're already doing. If you're charging $2,000 for a product, you need to make sure that your user, your consumer of that product is getting much more than $2,000 worth of value. They need to be getting $10,000, $20,000, $50,000 worth of value in their lives for you to be able to kind of necessitate and honestly rationalize charging those levels of product. The fake gurus that I rag on so often are those exact people who are simply charging exorbitant prices for average content. That unfortunately is a little bit of a trend, but we're calling those fake gurus out one at a time, and you don't want to go down that path. Always deliver real value. But let's jump into the statistics and the numbers, because there is benefit to you selling high ticket products if you're a drop shipper, if you're doing the Shopify game, if you're selling physical products, if you're an affiliate, whether you're doing your own coaching, your own membership, your own info products. Really, there is a benefit, and you're going to see why based on the data. So first, we're going to start at the 10 grand per month mark. You're going to learn what it takes to generate 10 grand a month. We're going to look at 3 product levels: a $20 product, a $200 product, and a $2,000 product. Obviously, if you're an affiliate or a drop shipper, the amount you make is going to vary based on your margins, based on the percentage you earn. So work with these numbers as you will. This is just a broad general example, and I'm using a 1% conversion rate. So when I'm looking at the lead number, I'm assuming you're getting the lead first, and 1 in 100 leads purchase, right? So you have a basic funnel set up, and you have a 1% conversion rate on your actual lead to sale step in your funnel. So let's jump in. $20 product. In order to make 10 grand per month, you are going to need to have 500 sales in a month. This equates to about 17 sales per day, which if you're getting a 1% conversion rate, that means you need to be bringing in 1,700 leads per day. Now that is a monumental feat. I've had days, several days, when I've brought in 2,000 or more leads in a day. It is very difficult to run campaigns that can keep bringing high quality targeted audience members and leads in, because there's the law of diminishing returns. Facebook's going to go out and find you, or whatever ad platform, you're generally going to find the most ambitious people first, and then over long periods of time, you get to less and less qualified prospects, and your conversion rates will often go down. So it's a monumental feat to be able to get 1,700. If you're paying $1 per lead and you have to pay $1,700 per day to make back that money, you'll never be cash flow positive in that situation. With that said, if you've generated a monumental amount of organic SEO traffic, you're not paying for those leads anymore. You used your energy to generate the traffic and those leads, and that's where those numbers can really, really start to work out in your favor. Let's look at a $200 product. We want to make 10 grand in a month. Selling a $200 product, we need to do 50 sales in a month, which is approximately 2 per day. I believe it's actually 1.7, but we're going to call it 2 per day at that point. In order to get 2 sales per day at a 1% conversion rate, you need to bring in 200 leads per day. Now, this point, your numbers start to make a lot more sense, but I really want to remind you that selling a $200 product 2 times a day is actually a monumental feat. Sounds a lot smaller than what we were talking about earlier, but selling 2 of a $200 product a day takes a lot of activity. It takes really good copywriting. It takes a lot of energy on your part to dial in all of those moving pieces to make it work, regardless whether you're using Facebook traffic or organic SEO traffic. So 200 leads per day. If you're paying $1 per lead for those 200 leads, that's $200 per day. That means you're paying about, right, $6,000 per month in order to generate about $10,000 per month in revenue. That would give you a nice little wiggle room, a nice little profit to the bottom line of about $4,000 per month. Don't forget that you owe the government taxes, right? You got to pay your taxes on it. And then with all the life costs, it's quick to see how quick 10 grand a month can just kind of get absorbed with the costs of running a business, being a business owner, and life in general. If you're selling a $2,000 product, you ultimately need 5 sales per month, which is about 1 sale every 6 days, which means you need to be bringing in approximately 17 leads per day in that situation. Now, this is the most manageable numbers to work with, right? 17 leads per day. You can easily get to that level with organic search engine traffic, through a YouTube channel, through blogging, etc. But selling a $2,000 product takes a lot better copy. It takes a lot more education. It probably has a longer sales cycle than selling a $200 product or a $20 product. The difficulty in that task goes up tremendously. But again, you've seen now we went from needing 500 sales per month at $20 per product to only 5 sales per month for a $2,000 product. And that clearly shows the high ticket advantage, which again, even if you're doing drop shipping, selling multi-$1,000 products as a drop shipper is going to help you achieve your financial goals much more quickly than selling $20 products as a drop shipper. But they got to be great products that truly offer value to your audience. Now, let's look at the $1 million a year mark. If you work the numbers on $1 million a year, it comes down to about $83,000, somewhere $84,000 per month is what you'll need to earn to generate $1 million per year cash flow. And if you're selling a $20 product, 50,000 sales per year is 137 sales per day, which is an average of 13,700 leads each and every day. And I want you to think about that. Most people in the world of internet marketing never generate a list of 13,700 people. I have been building my list for multiple years and I'm barely half that number. I've got under 7,000. It's about 6,800 subscribers on my list today. And I've been geeking out on split testing my opt-in pages like that's my job, because it is, right? So it's very, to explain the monumental feat of consistently generating 13,700 leads per day of high quality, high traffic, great audience members who actually want what you have. It's crazy. It's a monumental feat that most people will never be able to do. And that's why most $1 million per year earners actually have higher ticket products. So moving up the ladder to the $200 product, to make $1 million per year, you need 5,000 sales per year, which breaks down to about 14 sales per day. That means 1,400 leads per day. Again, that's a monumental task. We kind of talked about how difficult it is. Anything in the thousands, even getting several hundred leads of high qualified audience members who truly want what you have, it is an extremely challenging situation to grow to those levels. And this is the truth behind why so many of those fake gurus are selling $1,000 and $2,000 and $5,000 products. They're trying to sell $10,000 coaching programs. It's because it makes the numbers work for them to reach that 7-figure annual income level that much easier. At $2,000 per product, you would need to sell 500 products in 1 year to make $1 million in said year. That breaks down to about 2 sales every 3 days, right? So every third day you can get a 0 sale day as long as you got 2 sales on the days before. So that means you need to bring in approximately 67 leads per day to get your 2 sales every third day. Now that's a very doable number from a lead generation standpoint, but the conversion rate to be able to sell a $2,000 product over and over and over consistently with large volumes of traffic and large volumes of subscribers, because of that law of diminishing returns, right? By day 30, you're getting a lower quality viewer and subscriber than you were at the very beginning. Facebook is notorious for getting your ads in front of the best of an audience right away, as long as you had a good relevance score. So as your kind of time running the ad goes on, weeks and months later, Facebook is delivering you kind of lower and lower quality traffic over time. That is the law of diminishing returns. If you're doing organic search engine optimization traffic, that's focused on keywords. So every time someone goes to Google and types in how to lose weight or how to whatever that thing is you do, and you show up, you're pretty much always pre-qualifying that user based on the search query that gets them to your website. And ultimately, that's how I've built my business. That's how we've built my wife's business, is through the organic content marketing. That way we have that relevance of their search phrase and our content lining up, builds the trust a little bit more quickly and easily. And I am indeed investing in paid advertising on her platform. I'm not investing in any paid advertising here on this channel at all, but that breaks it down, right? The difference between a $20 product and a $2,000 product, whether you're going after 10 grand a month or whether you're going after $1 million per year, is quite significant. You literally go from needing 1,700 leads a day to only 17 leads per day if your conversion rates hold, or for $1 million, you go from needing 13,000 leads per day, which I've barely done 13,000 in a week before, to only needing about 67 leads per day at $2,000 products, as long as your conversion rates hold. So I think it's worthy of you keeping in mind that there is an advantage to the world of high ticket, and know that the more high touch the product, the more access you give people, the more value you bring to the lives of others, the more willing they will be to pay high ticket prices for what you offer. Many people like the best of the best, whether they're buying a physical product that you're drop shipping or whether they're buying information or coaching. People will love to kind of skew their decision towards the high quality options. I mean, look at the types of cell phones that get sold. The newest Apple cell phone that came out is going upwards of $1,500. For that amount, you could buy a micro four thirds DSLR camera. You could buy a really good cell phone and a really good laptop. For the same price, you can buy the phone, and ultimately Apple will sell millions of these things because people know, like, and trust them, and they feel like they're getting more value than what they're putting out there. So keep that in mind as you build your business, but ultimately make sure you're giving lots and lots of value to your audience members. That's how you build a business that's sustainable for a lifetime. And that's ultimately what I want for you in the future, is to grow a business that you can rely on. You could pay mortgages, you could pay off debt, you could fill up retirement accounts, you could put your kids through college, you can live the life of your dreams. But if it's all based on, if it's all on a sandy foundation, it may come toppling down. So the core foundation is always giving value to your audience. I don't want that to get misinterpreted by looking at the numbers in this way. When applicable, and when you have the opportunity, know there is indeed an advantage to going towards the high ticket direction. I thank you very much for your time. If you have any questions for me about this video, get at me below in the comments. Be sure you subscribe. I've got another great video coming out in a couple of days. And ultimately, thanks for being here. Thanks for joining me. I hope this has been enlightening. I hope you've enjoyed this video. And ultimately, I will catch you on the next video. So until I see you again, be well.